Part of this conversation, just curious to get your take on whether it's the motivation behind why Scottie would say this or just what he said about Kevin Durant in the comparison to LeBron and your thoughts, as obviously you have intimate knowledge of both players.
Well, first of all, let's get this out in the open, okay? At the end of the day, we will never see another LeBron James in the history of the NBA. Secondly, we will never see another Kevin Durant in the history of the NBA. Both of these guys are generational talents. Both of these guys are unique in their own way. So let's really stop comparing. In my opinion, LeBron James is the best all-around player to ever play the game of basketball. KD is the greatest scorer to ever play the game of basketball, in my opinion. But listening to Scottie or reading what Scottie said about Kevin Durant, especially in the Milwaukee Bucks series, told me one thing and one thing only, that he don't watch the game of basketball. Because if you watch that series and you could come out and say that Kevin Durant didn't utilize his teammates, he didn't utilize his teammates when he was getting Bruce Brown wide open floater looks down the lane. He was getting Blake Griffin wide open three-point shots. He was getting Joe Harris, he couldn't buy a bucket. Wide open three-pointers. And when I say wide open, I mean guys were not even 10 feet from him, and he couldn't knock down shots. What else are you supposed to do? He's supposed to take over the game like he did offensively. Here it is with a hobble James Harden. Kevin Durant pushed the Milwaukee Bucks, who, by the way, have a semi-big three in Giannis, Middleton, and Drew Holiday, along with a Rough Rider and P.J. Tucker, who was leaning and making it physical on Kevin Durant the entire series, and he damn near still averaged 40. So at the end of the day, I don't get what Scottie was trying to get out of by saying that, but it just goes to show me that he actually don't watch the game of basketball anymore. He might be drinking too much of that bourbon.
See, Perk, I think he was just using Kevin, trying to use it as an example to say that Michael needed me and his teammates to win a championship rather than just say it.
Perk, help. That is so stupid. Perk, help. That is the stupidest. No, 1 and 1 does not equal. No. That's dumb.
You know what, Key? I'm going to say this. As a man, and Alan is up there, you are up there, and one thing I can say about my girl, Monica, she don't hold back and she stand on what she believe in, right? She stand on it. We all of us do. We stand on that hill alone, and it is what it is when it comes to saying things about sports. In my opinion, Scottie should have just said, "Hey,
that's true.
Just say it."
Didn't want to do it that way.
Hold on, time out. But Perk, let me ask you this, because I think Key keeps trying to make this point that it would seem like he's hating on MJ some kind of way. But in an era in which we are seeing superstars aggressively plan during the Olympics on how they're going to play together, if Scottie just comes out and says it, states the facts, how do you think that would be received? Because I don't see it as an issue.
I don't see it as an issue at all, but it's just Scottie speaking his piece. It's just like when The Last Dance came out and Scottie was in his feelings because we all know that Michael Jordan had to sign off on everything that was released in that documentary. And a lot of things didn't make Scottie look good at all, right? So Scottie has the right to say what he want to say about MJ. I just didn't understand why he had to bring up LeBron James and Kevin Durant. That was my whole thing. Like, why? And then you bring it up, and then you show the world that you actually didn't watch the game of basketball. You didn't watch last series. That's the most disturbing part.
I don't get how you could say that after, especially Game 5. I mean, how he performed in Game 5, let alone Game 7. But that performance in Game 5 was,
so he can't do it by himself.
Was just amazing.
And Monica, Key, and Allen. And then look, you know what else? We don't realize what else we forget about when it comes down to Kevin Durant is that he's only a year from off tearing his Achilles, and he was playing damn near the whole game, if not the whole game, getting 48 minutes plus in 3 straight games. Like, that was unheard of, and he was delivering in great fashion.